When you're using a burette, you want to make sure that the stopcock, that is the rotating valve that controls the solution's flow rate, is snug, which means not too tight and not too loose. You can adjust the tightness of the stopcock by tightening or loosening the nut on the other side. You want to make sure that it's not so loose that it leaks, and it's not so tight that it's difficult to turn. And while we're here, please make note that sometimes bubbles can form in the tip of the burette. This will be important later. When you're filling a burette with solution, you want to make sure that the burette is at eye level rather than mounted on the clamp above eye level. This is because when you're pouring, you never want to pour something from a height higher than your head where it might spill and land on your face. The glass tip at the bottom of the burette is accounted for in the volume measured by the graduations, which means that it can't be empty. So you need to drain some of the solution through the tip. And be careful when you do this not to leave an air bubble inside. If an air bubble does form, you can try draining the solution through faster, or you can give the burette a shake. Once the burette is ready to go, you should adjust the burette clamp and clamp your burette roughly in the middle. And then when you're ready to begin dispensing the solution, you should lower the burette so that the tip of the burette is just inside the receiving container. The dispensing rate can be controlled by adjusting the stopcock position. If you rotate it to the fully open position, the solution will dispense quickly. And if you rotate it a little bit, drops will come out at a steady rate. And if you rotate it only very slightly, you can get single drops to form. And if you're very careful, you can cause a drop to form but not actually drop into the container. And this is referred to as a hanging drop. If you want to dispense a partial drop like this, you touch the tip of the burette to the side of the flask, and then use a wash bottle to rinse the droplet into the solution at the bottom of the receiving container. You'll generally want to make sure that you're mixing whatever you're dispensing with whatever's in the receiving flask. And to do this, you dispense with one hand and you swirl the receiving flask with the other. Generally, you add with your non-dominant hand and swirl with your dominant hand.